The show you're tuned into right now was put together by students and staff enrolled in the broadcasting courses in the radio television department at San Joaquin Delta College. Thanks for listening and supporting college radio.
Unknown Space Radio. DETOUR 1. LOOSIES 1. Episode 1. Where did my winter go? Episode 2. Beware the candy-colored cloud. Episode 3. Normal love. Episode 4. I Crave Your Continuity. An Ode to Nathaniel Joseph. Unknown Space Radio.
I know I said it was cool before, but this background noise in this specific episode is kind of outrageous. But we're not going to complain. We're going to complain on air, because this is going to be put into it. Cool.
The last time we recorded, we ended up talking about, like, trying for a relationship. And I just want to talk about, like, the state that I've been the last 2 years and how it's kind of changed.
We were talking about how basically, do we make an effort to be in a relationship?
Yeah.
I was saying, I think we both kind of agreed, no. But yes, at the same time, we're in a gray area where we're not opposed to it, but we're not seeking it. Mm-hmm. If it happens, it happens. And if it happens, that's great.
With the story that I'll tell later, it put me in a place for probably a year where I wasn't trying for anything. I was just so closed-minded to anything and everything, and I just wanted to be alone, and, like, not even romantically, just socially also. But then it wasn't until probably, like, last summer that I started to try a little more, and, like, I wouldn't say I put myself out there, but I did make moves and efforts. Granted, they didn't work out, but it was a new start for me. And now I'd say I'm at a place of where I'm not going to try for something, but I'm also not going to be...
Not going to not try for something.
Yeah. I mean, if I see someone that I think is cute or I think is interesting, I'll probably say something. Be like, hey, let's do something.
But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
And that's not going to eat you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it would, and now I don't care about it.
Yeah, I forgot what to say. Yeah, like when I got out of a relationship, my first like instinct was to not get in a relationship. Mm-hmm. So there's like this long period of time where I was opposed to having a relationship. And because I think my goal was, because I spent a few years in a relationship, relationships, I guess. I kind of wanted to get those years back, so I kind of rejected the idea of it. So,
yeah.
Now I'm open, I guess, but I'm not open. I'm not open, but I'm not open. I mean, yeah.
My question is,
do you feel pressure to?
Yeah, I'd say I feel pressure too. Only because it's like an internal pressure. It's not like there's anything driving. It's not like families like, oh yeah, you need to fall in love, or like
have
anything
a kid,
like that.
Alex.
Exactly. It's more. It's just something that I would want. Like, I would want to fall in love because I think that would just be really nice to find someone else that like completes me, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, there's no family pressure on it, but I figure that's expected someday.
Family pressure?
Yeah, I feel like at one point, I mean, not that I could take my time. I'm sure that's fine, but I feel like at some point it might just be expected.
Yeah.
And you know, that's obviously as I get older and such. Hopefully not when I'm a part-time student.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I feel like the pressure is gonna eventually just creep up on us.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a driving force for our every move, like it was in high school.
Yeah.
I assume it was like that for you in high school too, just because a lot of high schoolers are.
That's just the mentality everyone has.
All those feelings just start coming in high school.
See, I'd say probably those feelings are probably the same. Not to the extent of as it was in high school. It's like, oh yeah, I need to be with someone. But it's more, I think I'd say like I would like to be with someone because it's nice. But at the same time too, I think there is a little pressure in the sense that why do I need to be in a relationship when I personally feel like I have nothing to bring to a relationship? I feel like because all of the qualities I have kind of suck. I'm short, I'm fat, I'm ugly, and I don't drive, so I'm outing myself right now. And I kind of have like a really messed up like head. So like, what do I really have to bring to a relationship? I'd say no. I don't really feel like there's pressure to have kids only because I feel like with my family, with my grandparents and like my aunts and stuff and whatnot, I don't think they expect anything like that only because I don't think that's just the way they were raised.
No, I get that, yeah.
But also there's not any like pressure from my parents because as you and I have discussed before, I don't really care what my parents think.
Yeah.
Hence why I don't live with them. And they really have no room to say. My I don't know if this is too personal. If this is too personal, you can cut this
Do you
out.
want to get into it in this episode? In this episode?
That's fine. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
As I said before, this is kind of a story that I've been like dreading to tell a little bit. And honestly, I was okay with doing this up until today when I think it finally hit me that like I don't have to talk about this, but
Yeah, this is very much still on the topic of love.
yeah.
And it'll be good for you to throw it out there.
Yeah, because this is for us a therapeutic show, and I'm hoping this is going to be a therapeutic experience.
Yeah, hopefully some people at home, they could hear this and maybe have their own experience, kind of. Hopefully they can relate, I guess.
Yeah, that's the point. That's my goal with this show.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's people out there just like us, and I think to find them would be cool.
And the only reason why, as of late, this has been brought to light is not only because, I guess I had this idea before. This idea came from somewhere of wanting to talk about it before we actually got to like discussing, hey, let's do an episode on this. But lately, like, there's a song. This is kind of like a shout out to Lawrence the band because I really love them. There's a song that recently came out by them called "The Weather," and it talks about how basically like the summary of the song is like they're not together. They're never gonna have a conversation with each other again, and they're always gonna worry about each other, or she's gonna always worry about him in some way because she was in love with him. And that kind of just like when I tell the story, it'll make a lot more sense. And the reason why I talk about this song, "The Weather," is because in the song she talks about how there was a fire in LA and that's where he lives now, and she wants to call him, but she can't. And so the reason why that relates to me is because when she got into her accident, I wanted so badly to call her, to text her, to visit her and be like, are you okay? What's happening? What happened? You know, just like the whole genuine.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like, I don't know. Because she got in an accident, it's something I would do for someone I love, you know?
Sure.
I would probably do it for you too, even though I'm not like in love with you. Like, it's something you just do.
She got in an accident.
Exactly.
I get it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even need to explain yourself.
I don't know. I just feel like I needed to. But anyways, but I couldn't because it wasn't my place anymore.
We're going to take a short PSA break, but we'll be back here on Delta College Radio 93.5 KWDC.
In healthcare, misinformation can be as deadly as the most serious disease and spread just as quickly. For years now, myths about childhood immunizations have been spreading on the internet and social media. The physicians of the Illinois State Medical Society urge parents to know the facts and get your child immunized. Immunizations are scientifically proven to be safe and effective, and failure to immunize can harm your children and others. Talk to your child's doctor to get the facts about immunizations.
Do you ever feel like nobody understands you mentally? Like you're deep down in a hole? People are out there willing to give you a helping hand and get you out of a hole. If you want to talk to someone or let your voice be heard, come to the Meetings for Active Minds on Wednesdays from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. in Shima 146 at San Joaquin Delta College. For more info, visit the website www.deltacollege.edu/department/health-wellness.
Nicotine. It's getting out of hand. 480,000 people die from nicotine a year in the United States. That's an average 1,300 deaths a day. It's a widespread issue that we need to get away from. Stay away from nicotine.
When you drink and drive, it affects everyone. Brought to you by MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Struggling with mental health? Do you feel inadequate of experiencing a fulfilling and balanced life? SeizeTheAwkward.org offers a relay of resources for you or any individual enduring emotional pain. Your mental health is a priority for yourself and for the world. To learn more, visit SeizeTheAwkward.org. PSA brought to you by the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention and the Ad Council.
Hello. You're listening to Unknown Space on KWDC 93.5 Stockton.
Hey, you're listening to Unknown Space on KWDC 93.5 Stockton. The show that's ultimately overthinking out loud on air, putting midnight thoughts into words for the insomniacs like us.
Everywhere you go, everywhere you go, everywhere you go, everywhere you go, everywhere you go.
Young Prince started as an idea in deep space and was telepathically communicated to the lands by the gods. Young Jim, the Little Prince, was then made from ashes and ember by the lands as a tribute to the gods for being so virtuous. Young Jim, the Little Prince's existence to the gods was political. Why was he made of ashes and ember? The gods questioned. Why was he made of fire and not water? Took this as an insult and gave the lands exactly what they responded to the idea of young the Little Prince with. Fire. Young the Little Prince was scared. He wondered why the gods would do such harm. He thought he was a product of love and virtue. Why was such hate and vice coming to the land? Young the Little Prince was built as a flame to act as a guiding light to the gods. For whenever they were lost, they could use his shine to find themselves. They mistaken his existence as a sign of war, and as soon as they saw him as a light to brighten their very lives, young the Little Prince was gone.
For this next topic, this also has to do with death, and I guess I would say suicide just in case it does come up.
Yeah.
So
fair.
still
Trigger warning.
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot lately, dude. Like, sleep is one of the greatest feelings ever. Like, you know when you sleep really good?
Sure, I guess.
Like, there's days where I get good sleep and I just wake up. I'm like, I don't want to be awake. I want to go back to sleep. But, like, you could try to go back to sleep and it's just not the same feeling.
Yeah.
When you have a good sleep, it really affects, like, your entire day. It really affects, like, your entire mindset. And I feel like being asleep and being, like, in that dream state, I feel like, I don't know. I kind of would want to just be asleep forever. You know? And always be dreaming. And that makes me think, like, do you think death is just a constant dream?
I was going to say that. What if death is just, just a dream?
Yeah. You wouldn't...
Is that heaven?
Maybe. I don't think you would ever...
We're talking about this like we know it is.
Yeah.
But
well, I don't believe in heaven.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, not really.
Okay.
I really think it's just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we don't have an answer for death. We don't have an answer for what happens after you die.
I have this. I feel death. I feel like because we don't have an answer for it, we shouldn't be concerned with it because death isn't really concerned with living.
Mm-hmm.
So why should living be concerned with death?
But what I'm trying to say is, like, I know, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because you're still alive when you're dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
But how would we ever really know we're dead? Because, like we talked about earlier, when we dream...
We won't know when we're dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it always pains me to think, like would I prefer to die when I'm awake or asleep? Because I think I want to know if I'm going to pass on, but at the same time, I think I wouldn't. But at the same time, it seems scary just to not even know you're dead. Just fall asleep and you're out.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's a hard stance. I wouldn't know either. I don't know what to say about that.
I wouldn't either.
But when we're dreaming, we don't particularly know we're dreaming. We wake up and then we know we dreamt. But could death potentially be just a forever dream? Because it's I don't know. I don't remember where I was going with this.
I get where you're going. Is the afterlife a dream?
Yeah. Or is reality a dream? Or is this like the afterlife?
Yeah, cool it.
Is this the afterlife and it's just me in a dream? Right?
Wow.
Or maybe for you,
this
is your afterlife and I'm just a part of it. Like maybe I'm like some sort of like being.
What if we're just in a circle of Dante's Inferno? We're like here for the same sin. Like, I don't know.
That would be weird.
We share a bit in common. I wouldn't be surprised if I see you in the Inferno. But I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of answers for death.
I don't.
I have a lot of curiosity for it. But answers, the only definite thing I can think is maybe, I don't know, death is real. Other than that, I think it's a void.
I've also been thinking about how like dreams could also be like an alternate reality. What if you're living in an alternate reality when you fall asleep?
It's dreams are weird.
Dreams are really weird.
Like I don't think a lot of people have. Nobody has answers for them. So it's I don't know. It's what are dreams? Do you think they matter?
I think they matter.
Really?
I feel like there's a lot of self-reflection in dreams.
Yeah, I hear that. But I don't know. There's a lot of psychologists who think it's just the brain getting rid of unneeded information. And that led me to just, do they matter?
I think they matter because when you dream, you feel something. When you dream, it's almost like watching a movie or it's almost like living another life. So I feel like they do matter because they're constantly making you question things. Whether it's a question of you have an answer to or a question of that you don't have an answer to. I don't know why I said it like that, but I think they matter.
I don't know. I mean, see, it makes sense as to why they matter, but to me it also makes sense as to why they don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there's a deadlock that occurs there.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, they're not reality. Should we be as attached to them as we are? Especially because we're talking about how we get attached to good dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Should we really be as attached to them as we should? Is it unhealthy for us to be attached to them? I think it could be, but also I do think, yeah, it does give a lot of insight to who we are, but they're not real. I don't know, there's like a deadlock that occurs there.
Just because it isn't real, I don't think you should pass it off as not being important, though. Because take your favorite movies, your favorite games, your favorite books. Why do you like them? They're not real.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
With dreams, I'd say they're more personal.
Yeah.
Because no one can replicate your dreams.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. It's, I don't know. When I heard that, like, I don't really have a reputable source or anything like that. I just remembered it was like an article I stumbled upon where, yeah, like a psychologist was saying how they think dreams are just unneeded information the brain is getting rid of, which I could see that, but at the same time, it's kind of necessary information as to who we are. And that information just so happens to, be very personal to us. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you could really pass it off as unneeded.
Well, let me ask you this. When you dream, do you feel like you forget stuff when you wake up? Like, in general?
I mean, I know there's like a lot of... Oh, wait, what do you mean in general?
Not necessarily like the dream or itself, but do you feel like you forget things? Like, you forget to do something, you forget how to do something, or you forget someone or somewhere when you dream?
I don't know. I don't really know what the whole psychologist was basing it off of.
Yeah.
Like, when he says that, if he means you're getting rid of this information because you don't need it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, that doesn't make sense because I hang on it for a while. So I don't know. Like, I don't really forget stuff other than me just forgetting naturally and just because I have a bad memory to begin with. But I don't know.
I guess if you forget something, you forget something. You wouldn't know you forgot it.
Yeah, that's true.
Unknown Space Radio has been a production of KWDC 93.5 LPFM, Delta College Radio. This program is made possible by listeners like you. Programming is produced by the students, staff, and faculty of San Joaquin Delta College's Radio Television Department. It is supported by the Delta College Department of Arts, Humanities, and Multimedia, the Career Technical Education and the Workforce Development Office, and the State of California. Thank you for listening.